That's what we're going to be working on today. Woods Farm here, just back out in the garage. Did a lot of running around yesterday, and finally these torsion arms were finished. Got the ball joints put in. Don't ask how much that cost, it was obscene. But it is what it is. Just wasn't able to do it myself. Also made a trip into town and got an order from the metal supermarket. Bunch of different stuff there. It's all for the front end. So I got the weekend off. I'm going to do some work here. The plan is I want to finally get the front end rebuilt, so it's a proper rolling chassis. So we're going to start with that, and tomorrow I'm going to work on doing some fabrication for the front end. And I have some little odds and ends to do here. I got to finish welding this here. It's just tacked right now. I'm going to finish welding it up, and some of these bolt down points need to be tacked into place. So yeah, just a bit of house keeping. Going to do that, and after I get the front end rebuilt, I'm probably going to work on this. Got to put a shim in here, and then get this transmission actually mounted in place. Might get the drive shafts on, shocks. So today plan is a bunch of mechanical type work, and then tomorrow fabricating. Okay, here we go. Torsion arms, new ball joints, linkage. I got a couple of new kind of like tie rod ends, new front suspension, and all of the miscellaneous hardware off the original when I tore things down. It's all in bags and labeled, so hopefully I've got everything. We will see. Here's an interesting problem. This is the kind of thing you're going to run into when a car sits for like 20 years. I pulled the shocks off. I didn't look at them that closely. I just trashed them. But this here, I just assumed it was kind of machined and steps down to the bolt. Well, the new shocks, they wouldn't fit over top of it. So I'm thinking, oh, I got the wrong shocks. But it turns out this is a collar. It's part of the shock, and it's seized on there. And I tried to pull them off with like pliers or whatever, but it's seized on there so good that you wouldn't even know. Yeah, there she goes. Come on. Oh. Got it. This video is brought to you by Strongbow Cider. I like this stuff. I like the original dry. It's pretty good. So I put a fresh coat of grease on the torsion arms. So I just got a block of wood in there. I kind of lifted up the top arm and got the bottom ball joint in place. Get! Yeah. Babysitting my son's pup. That's all I need is him to get covered in axle grease. Oh, enough! Get. You are a pain. Look at this, I'm trying to work here. Give me that. Just cleaning these threads off. Stop eating cardboard. Nobody likes shredding cardboard, apparently. Seriously, dog? Get out of here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a mark here that was chiseled in, and I don't know what the name of this is, but it rotates and changes the position of the spindle. So I read somewhere that the mark should face forward, which is what I did on the other side, but this side actually has a mark chiseled into it. I don't think that's accidental. It lines perfectly up with that mark. So that's what I'm going with. So anybody watching that lives in a warmer climate, middle of April, this is what it's like. Not cool. Okay, so I got the steering components put in. I took some measurements before I took everything apart, and I have it more or less lined back up, but I'm going to have to get an alignment done on it. I can't trust that these new ball joints are kind of the same dimensions. I noticed this inner ball joint, the boot was kind of trashed on it, so I got a new one. The joint didn't seem bad, but the boot was gone. It had a slight bend to it, and that kind of makes sense because it angles down, and the new part did not. And I like triple check the part numbers, so I don't know. We're gonna go with it for now. Really, I should actually probably replace this ball joint. and this ball joint. I might do that down the road. I'm trying to save as much money as I can. So I mean, if stuff seems serviceable, I'm reusing it. This buffer is leaking a little oil, so I might need a new one of those down the road, but it'll work for now. Just spent like 20 minutes looking for these two front wheel bearings and washers. I thought I lost them. Looked all over. Finally I found them in the box full of brake parts. So I'm just going to put these drums on, that way I can put the tires on and roll this thing around. Gonna hand tighten them because these tires will be on and off. Okay, let's get some air in this tire and we're good. Okay, just gonna wrap up that video. I've got a rolling chassis, it's official. Front end's back together. Could use some improvements, but it's functional. You know, things like I could replace a couple more of the ball joints. It's going to need a wheel alignment, but good for now. So yeah, if you want to keep seeing videos of the Kubelwagen, Volkswagen project at the Woods farm, definitely like and subscribe. You know, I'll be posting videos as I go along here. Coming up to the summer, so I'm going to be doing farm stuff and hiking and some other things. So there might not be as many videos as there was this past winter, but I plan on doing some more work on it. Anyways, thanks for watching.